It has been a long time since I have posted on this YouTube channel, but here I am, I'm back. I really wanted to make this video. It is an edit to a video I've made before, but I've learned a lot since then, and so I wanted to remake the video. So how do you choose your audition song for your college audition? The first and most important thing that pretty much like most of this stems from is the song has to relate to you. A college audition isn't like a normal audition where you are trying to emulate a certain character in a show. In this case, you want to share who you are with the audition panel. They have such a short amount of time in the audition room to get to know you, and most of that is singing. So you have to show them who you are through your songs. Something helpful you can do is ask your friends, ask your family to give you words that describe you, and then cross-reference that to songs that you're considering or just as you're looking for songs and say, does this fit? Or is this like not actually me at all? Because maybe it's not the song for you. You want to pick a song that is going to highlight your voice, not your friend's voice, not some performer that you look up to, your voice, because you're obviously the one singing it. If you have mastered your mixed voice, sing a song that showcases that. If you're a belter, sing something like that. If you really like contemporary music, maybe sing something from a jukebox musical. You don't need to sing the highest note you've ever sung in your life and bell every single note just because you think that's what they want. Please do not do that. The same thing goes for Golden Age. A lot of people don't sing that as much as they sing contemporary music. Try and find something in that realm that kind of fits you. Maybe it's like a more beltier sound, or maybe it's like a jazz standard. Find something in that realm that you can relate to or sound good singing. However, this is really important. You want to make sure that your songs are different, because there is no point in singing another song if it's more of the same thing. Just sing one song at that point, you know what I mean? So you want to make sure it's different in some way, whether that's a difference in, you know, the emotions that you're working through or the story that you're working through, whether that's the characters are very different, whatever it is. Maybe it's just like a different side of yourself or a different side of yourself vocally. I highly recommend you get outside feedback on this, because sometimes after you've listened to a song a million times, maybe you're not the best person to make that decision, but it is really important that they are different. You want to make sure that you are connecting to the material. This definitely means that maybe very mature material is not the best for you. If it's somebody singing about how they're pregnant or getting a divorce, possibly that's not the best thing for you to perform. You want to choose a song that you can connect to, that you can relate to, because again, you're showing off yourself. That doesn't mean that you have to connect to the character exactly like you have to have experienced exactly what they're singing about. But if you had a similar experience in your life, maybe that's a good song for you. Another thing is, do not imitate a performer. How do they get to know you when they're actually getting to know Idina Menzel's version of a song? Which leads me to the next one of the do not sing list. Yes, you preferably, I would like to stay away from the do not sing list. However, the caveat to that is you actually don't have to. I know that's confusing. If it is a song that you love, that you sing really well, that you know you can perform really well, and you bring a different perspective to the song, sing it. If you're just singing it because you like it and you really just don't know what to sing, maybe that's not the best decision. Maybe you should look and research more. The next is songs with an accent. If you don't have that accent, it's possibly not the best choice. This is another one that has a caveat. You can still sing a song that has an accent, as long as you can remove the accent from the song. There are some songs where you cannot do that because it's either like integral to the character, or it's something said in the song, or you need the accent maybe for a rhyme scheme. But if you can take away the accent and you really want to do the song, do it. Now, of course, you really want to enjoy the song, because you will be singing this song so many times, for pre-screens, for in-person auditions, for all of the times you practice this song. You will get so sick and tired of the song. So if you choose a song that you were already sick and tired of, you are gonna hate yourself. Maybe don't just choose a song because somebody told you you have to. Maybe find one that you actually like. The next thing is you want to tell a story. You don't want it to be, a snippet of a song that just doesn't really make any sense or doesn't really allow you to act through it, because you're also, showing your singing and acting abilities through your audition and through your song. But there are ways of ensuring that you do tell a story. You can take, maybe part of the beginning and a little part of the middle and the end. Some songs are easier to take cuts from. Sometimes you have to jump around. But there are ways of telling a story, having an arc. But don't focus on it being perfect. I know it can be really difficult because, how do you tell an entire story when you have a minute and a half? Do your best and then tell the story that you are singing in the song. When you're choosing a song, you also want to avoid too much, repetition. If you are singing the same thing, just different words over and over again, one, you're not really showing a new part of your voice, so why sing that part? If you have to though, make sure you're making a different acting choice or you're doing it in a different way vocally so that it is set apart. But try and avoid too much repetition and try and avoid too long of an intro. Make sure you are acting through your intro. Have a moment before. What is happening? What is the person you're singing to saying to you? But it doesn't need to be 10 seconds. That is 10 seconds of the time that you have to sing. So don't eat up too much time not singing. You can usually cut it down, have maybe 1 or 2 measures, or just a bell tone, which is where they just play the first note of your song and then you start. You also want to avoid too much profanity or it being overly sexual. This is a college setting. This is a professional setting, and so you want to put your best foot forward. You are in high school, most likely, so you don't want them to be watching like this. Okay? You don't want them to be so surprised. You don't want them to be so surprised because your song is just so shocking. And then you also want the song to be relatively easy for the accompanist. I know this is annoying because it does limit your song options down, but it doesn't really limit it down that much. There are just some songs, The Light in the Piazza is one that's said often of, it's difficult for the accompanist to play, and you want to set yourself up for success when you're in the room and you don't have control over how talented your accompanist is. And if they are messing it up and they're not able to play and you're not able to focus on performing because you don't know what's going on with them, your audition is going to suffer. If you don't know if something is difficult to play, talk to a music teacher, band teacher, accompanist. Say, hey, is this difficult to play? Something to keep in mind. So yeah, that's all the things that I wanted to say. Definitely focus on it being you. You want to share who you are and enjoy sharing who you are. The entire process of auditioning, you will get to share yourself, and that is so exciting. You're not proving anything. You're just sharing what you've learned and what you have been able to accomplish with your voice and acting thus far. And then colleges get to decide if they want to work with you, and you will continue to grow from there, whether you go to college or not. So I know the process can be overwhelming of finding songs, but you can do it. Have fun, stay positive. You will find a song, and I wish you the best. Bye.